Great, so we're moving right along. Hopefully you're keeping up with everything. You know, I've went over so much already, but you should know how to create your Magic Zaps. You should know how to get the scripts installed on your page. Now you know how to essentially create dynamic landing pages, which will increase your conversions. You know how to pre-populate forms, which will also increase your conversions. So now I'm gonna show you one of the coolest parts I think about Magic Zap, and like literally the main reason that I built Magic Zap is how to create these feedback loops and how to essentially fire custom automations and custom business processes, okay? So it's actually relatively easy, and we can do one right now if you wanna do one right now. So in order to do one right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Zapier, all right? So we're gonna use Zapier. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna come in here to our Zapier token. We're gonna get this Zapier invite link, and we're gonna stick it in. We're gonna stick it inside there. All right. So you saw what I did there. I just grabbed this Zapier invite link and I stuck it inside here so that I can create my first Zap with Magic Zap. All right. So there's also an API key here. This is what you're gonna use to connect with. All right. So we're gonna basically fire our automation whenever we get a new Zap from Magic Zap, all right? So you're gonna need to go in and actually connect your account, and to connect your account, literally all you have to do to connect your account is go into Magic Zap, click this copy button in your Zapier API key, click connect account, and then just stick in your API key, just like that, and then hit continue, all right? Now I've already done it, so I'm not gonna do it again, but that's all you would need to do. I'm gonna use this one because this is the account that I'm using right now. And I'm just gonna hit continue, all right? Now, once I hit continue, if you look, I can see that I've got these two Zaps in here. I've got one called track click links, and I've got one called new Zap, all right? So I'm gonna basically take this one called new Zap, and then I'll continue. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come in here, and I'm gonna create some Google Sheet, all right? I'm gonna create some Google Sheet real quick. And you guys are gonna get to see me do this live. You guys are gonna get to see me do this live on the internet. All right, I'm gonna show you this automation. All right. So let's go here. And I'm just going to do something like create a new sheet. And I'm gonna show you this entire feedback process, all right? Here, I'm gonna go in and put ID here. And here I'm gonna put date, time. Here I'm gonna put URL. And here I'm gonna put name, all right? This is all the information that I want. And you'll see what I'm gonna be using this information for, all right? So before I do anything, I'm just gonna come in here and format this data. I'm gonna format this as a plain text. And I'm gonna format this right here as a date and time. All right, so now that's pretty much all I need to do. So now I want to do one more thing. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to pull in samples. And I've got a name, John Vaughn. I've got all, you see, here's all my information that I've got from clicking on my link, all right? So here I've got all the information from clicking on my link. And if I want more information, then I can just change it. Like if I want to change my niche and I want to be a hairdresser, all right, then what I can do is I can come over here and I can say, hey, get some more samples. And it's going to listen to more samples. And then I'll just hit go. And then I'll come back over here. And you can see now I've got new data. And here's that new data right here, my new niche, which is hairdresser, okay? So here I'm just sending data. You can see what's happening. Literally data is coming from my website right here, getting sent into Zapier. So now I'm gonna continue. And I'm just going to add a step here, and it's going to be a Google spreadsheet. And I'm gonna pick this spreadsheet. I'm gonna create a spreadsheet row, and then you'll be able to see in real time all the people who are actually coming in, and then you can begin to understand that you can do as long as you understand how to get the data in from Zapier, which we already have that part. That part is already done. Zapier is already sending us the data. Magic Zap is already feeding the data to Zapier. Now, what can you do? What types of scenarios you can do? Well, anything you want now. Any automation that you can think of, you can actually do now, all right? So if you want to send out text messages, if you want to do lead scoring, let's give this a name right here. I'm going to call it a new Magic Zap Pool Demo. And then I'm just going to come in here and tell Google to check again. And I don't think it checked again. So let's tell Google to check again. And let's just do something here. Let me continue here. He just didn't grab my new spreadsheet. So I'm going to grab my new spreadsheet, make sure that's the right one. John at tier5.us. I think it's going to be this one. So we're just going to move forward with this one because I think it's just this one and they're not updating my name yet. And I can see it is this one, ID, date, time, name. All right. So the only thing that I want to do here, all right, is I want to get some more data. Because what I'm about to do is I'm about to show you, I'm going to send this out on my chatbot, and I'm about to show you everybody that clicks my link from my chatbot, and you'll get to see it literally auto-populate in my Google spreadsheet, all right? So in order to do that, I just need to come in here, and I need to add some more information, and I'm going to add some more information called CVID equals blah, 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 blah. Just some random information, and I'm going to go tell these guys, hey, get some more data, because I need a new piece of sample data. So there we go. Now I'm going to get that new piece of data. You get my new data. This should be my data that has my CVID in it. And I'm missing a piece of data, so let me just get another sample real quick. It still looks like I'm missing a piece of data. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to put an and sign there, so don't worry. There we go. So let me get my piece of data here. And there's my CVID. So there's everything that I'm going to need. Great. So that's everything that I'm going to need. So now I can actually use that to fill everything out here. I need that CVID. I need a date and time, and this is going to be a Zapier shortcut, which if you're in the Tier 5 Partner Program, there's a whole Zapier training inside the membership area where you can learn how to do all this. I'm going to get the URL, and then I'm going to get this guy's name, first name, plus last name. All right. So now I'm going to send that test, and I'm going to turn this on, and then we're going to go to my chatbot, and I'm going to show you how this works. All right. So now this is all done. You can see I got this information in here, and I'm going to go ahead and delete it, and then we're going to come over here to my chatbot. And we're going to send out a broadcast. I'm going to need this thing right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say CVID equals Got fuel user ID, and F name equals first name, and L name equals last name. All right, and that's all the information that I need from there to fill that out. So that's everything that I'm actually going to need from there. So I'm just going to grab that information. I'm going to put it in here and click me. And then I'm going to get rid of this guy right here. And then I'm going to test this out. And I can see that somewhere on Facebook, I just got a message. And if you look right here, I just got a message here. Somewhere right here, I just got a message. Let's see, right here. From tier 5, let's check this message out that I got from tier 5. Well, I didn't get that message. So let me click that preview button real quick and then I'll get that message. And then let me just click this button that says click me, and then you'll see my data pop in right here automatically. Do you see the data that just popped in there automatically? It says John Vaughn, and he clicked on this date. All right, so now that you've seen that automation happen, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna send this out to everybody in my chat bot. Hopefully you guys don't get annoyed. And then we're just gonna sit here and watch this right here, and you can see our automations happening in real time. You can see as people just come in, anybody that comes in and just clicks on this link, you'll be able to go in and see them just popping up in here. Anybody that clicks on this link. You'll have to wait, give a little bit of time, let my chat bot send out the message. It's gonna take a couple seconds for it to actually send out the message. I can see James Isaacs just clicked on my link. Lance Waters just clicked on my link. David Mears just clicked on my link. Mike Hendrick just clicked on my link. Michael Paul, Dave Knoll, Momin, Craig, Cameron Jr. just clicked on my link. Deonka Anderson clicked on my link. Diego, John, Naveen, Danielle, Rico, James, Tim, Joe, Lance, Prab, BJ Hollins. So you can see how this automation is actually working, right? You can see how this automation is working, like literally. Now, do you see how I can take this automation and I can actually tie it back in with the chatbot message? Instead of it dumping data to Google Sheets here, I could have had it send data back to my chatbot and follow up with people in my chatbot. I could have had it, do lead scoring in my chatbot. I could have had it send out an email. I could have had it send out a phone call. I could literally have it do anything that I want, all right? So I literally could have had it do any single thing that I wanted it to do. I could have had it done. But just to make it easy, all I'm doing is dumping it to, all I'm doing is actually dumping it to my spreadsheet so that you guys can see it under the automation and understand the automation, all right? Hopefully you guys can see and understand a couple things, how responsive my people are on my chatbot, but actually see how the automation works. Now hopefully that you guys can actually understand the real reason that I built Magic Zap is because I've got a chatbot over here and I've got some website over here, and I needed a way whenever I was taking people from here and sending them over there, I needed a way to somehow have this guy send information back to my chatbot so that I knew that person was, looking at my web page or whatever, so I could actually do lead scoring. And before Magic Zap, I had no way to actually I had no way to finish this loop here. This loop couldn't be finished, and I couldn't create this feedback loop. That's why I specifically created Magic Zap, was to, create this feedback loop. So hopefully you guys can actually understand how to do that automation. That automation is pretty simple. It didn't take much. So I'm going to go back in and kind of run over it again one more time so you guys understand how to do it. So all we had to do for the automation, on Magic Zap side, we didn't have to do anything. Magic Zap will just automatically send the data to Zapier for you, okay? Magic Zap will just automatically send that data to Zapier for you. And all you have to do is go in again and just click on this Zapier invite link and just open that up and create your Zap. All you're going to do is there's only one trigger, so you're just going to use that trigger. You're going to connect your Magic Zap account, and then you're just going to pick in whatever one of the Zaps that you want to create the automation for. All right. And then whenever you test the step, the only thing that you need to make sure that you do whenever you test the step is you need to pre-seed Zapier with data. And what that means is whatever data that you want, you need to first just go to your web page and put all that data in as URL parameters and pass it to Zapier. So if I wanted a different set of data, what I would do is if I wanted more data, if I also wanted somebody's phone number, I would need to go in here and put in phone equals blah, blah, blah phone. And I would need to come in here and put, and email equals blah, blah, blah. And then I could put, and random equals random. All right. So if I want to be able to use all those data parameters, then I just need to come into Zapier. I need to say, hey, I want to get some more samples. So I want to come in and get some more samples here. And then I just want to actually find that thing and send data there. And I want to get more samples. All right. And then the only thing that I recommend is before you get more samples, you just don't send a bunch of data out to everybody, because then it's going to, you see it took me a little bit of time to get that extra data, but now you can see here's that extra data. Now I got that phone number that I wanted. Now I got that random that I wanted, okay? So you can see that in order for me to use this data inside my automation, you need to first send that data to Zapier. And it's just easy like that. You just hit get more samples. You just say, hey, I want more samples. And then you go to your web page, you put in all the URL parameters for all the data that you're going to want to actually use. And then boom, you just send it to Zapier, and then you're done. Now you just need to figure out what the rest of your automation is going to do. For me and my automation, as you can see, all I wanted to do in my automation was just put data on my spreadsheet about the people who are actually clicking on my link. That's all I wanted to do. All right. So now you can understand that you can do whatever you want in your automation. So now that you understand how you can actually fire those automations and trigger those automations, I'm going to go over all the different options for Magic Zap in the next video. All right.